Opening day is here. The Red Sox in Cincinnati to kick off the 2026 season, which means let's get into some predictions. I'm Luke Fitzpatrick, and here are my predictions for the Red Sox season. Starting off first with some guys I think can have breakout seasons for the Sox this year. I got two of them. First off, I'm going to go with Wilyer Abreu. A really good season last year, 22 home runs. I think he can take that next leap this year. Really strong World Baseball Classic. Almost named tournament MVP. He very well could have. He wasn't named tournament MVP though. But Wilyer Abreu, I think the biggest factor, he's got to figure it out against left-handed pitching. And the Red Sox aren't asking for the moon. Maybe a 680 to a 700 OPS against lefties would bode really well for Wilyer Abreu. Having an all-star season, I think we could see 25 to 30 home runs out of him. Saw the end of the year, he kind of teetered off a little bit, only didn't play that many games in September, got injured, wasn't his normal self. Even in the Bronx in that wild card series, wasn't the normal Wilyer Abreu that we've seen. I think maybe the best two-way outfielder on this Red Sox team, of course, aside from Roman Anthony. The conversation about which outfielder to trade between Jarren Duran, Wilyer Abreu, and Ceddanne Rafaela, I've always thought Wilyer Abreu should be moved last out of those three. He's the best two-way guy, Gold Glove, and he's a 20-plus home run power bat. None of the other guys in the outfield can say that, of course, besides Roman. Wilyer Abreu is number one. I think he could be an all-star this year. Number two, I'm going with Marcelo Mayer, all right? I understand he was given the chance in May last year. He was fine offensively, got injured, of course, as we know that in his career, he's gotten injured a lot. I do think, though, I think he's still so young. I don't think you can really call him injury prone. I think he's had an injury-riddled career so far. Worked with an NFL scouting combine trainer this past offseason to try to stay healthy. If Marcelo Mayer can play 100 to maybe 110 games this year, stay healthy, maybe even a touch more than that, as the everyday second baseman, I think Marcelo Mayer is going to have a really strong season. We know what the glove is capable of. Maybe a 700 OPS, 16 to 18 or 19 home runs. Marcelo Mayer could be a rock-solid player in what is hopefully his first full season with the Red Sox. Those are some breakout stars for 2026, maybe for the Red Sox. Who might disappoint? I'm going to say Masataka Yoshida. I think it's just the end, unfortunately. It's really sad the way everything's playing out because I think he's a decent baseball player and the contract is just too much. No other team is going to be willing to take on the money. I think at this point, it's the second to last year on Yoshida's contract. I imagine the Red Sox at this point finally bite the bullet and designate Yoshida for assignment. Feels a little bit overdue, but with this year and next year being the final 2 years, there's really only so much the Red Sox can get out of Masa Yoshida. I think he's designated for assignment. Now, I will say for other potential disappointments for the Red Sox, I don't really have anybody. Now, that's not to say that nobody's going to regress. I just think this Red Sox team is so young and everybody is another year, another inch towards their prime. Ceddanne Rafaela. I don't think Jarren Duran is going to be, I think he's going to be a better version of himself this upcoming season. We all know Roman Anthony and Garrett Crochet are another year into their primes. Carlos Narvaez is another year into his prime. I'm not sure we'll see the same bat out of Narvaez, but I still think we could see an extremely valuable player. We know how good he is defensively and with the pitching staff. Maybe a guy to keep an eye on is Aroldis Chapman. He's another year older, of course, but I still think he might have figured something out last year in his first season with the Red Sox. I'm not sure Aroldis Chapman is just going to fall off some cliff. So outside of Masa Yoshida, I'm not sure anybody on the Red Sox this upcoming season is going to have a big drop-off. Maybe at third base, the Red Sox will it'll feel like a drop-off because Caleb Durbin's just not Alex Bregman at the end of the day. But I think Caleb Durbin could still be a solid player for the Red Sox. Maybe everybody will view third base as a disappointment just for that reason. But Caleb Durbin is not Alex Bregman, and it's very important to remember that. Don't put that pressure on him. Let's not put that pressure on Caleb Durbin to be Alex Bregman because he's not. But the Red Sox lineup will have its work cut out for them this season. I've got two bold predictions for this Red Sox season, both of them kind of related to each other. My first one is about the offense, and it's a little bit optimistic, all right? So I know everyone is up in arms about the 20 home run conversation. If you're not familiar with the 20 home run conversation, essentially, the Red Sox fan base is very concerned about who is going to hit 20 home runs in this Red Sox lineup. Will anyone hit 20 home runs in this Red Sox lineup? If so, how many guys? My bold prediction is that 2 guys are going to hit 30 home runs this season. And it's 2 guys from this list of 4. Trevor Story, Wilyer Abreu, Roman Anthony, and Wilson Contreras. I almost included Tristan Casas on that list. Now, before you call me crazy, the Red Sox middle of the order in Texas last year on opening day was Alex Bregman, Rafael Devers, and Tristan Casas. It's just a subtle reminder how quickly things change and how unpredictable the sport of baseball is. So while Tristan Casas might begin the year in Fort Myers, what if he gets an opportunity in the middle of May and with over a year off is amazing? Now, that's rather unlikely, but if you simulated this season 100 times, I could see it happening 1 time. So I almost added Tristan Casas to this list of players who could hit 30 home runs. I understand just how unrealistic it is for Casas, but I do think there's a small chance. But of the other guys, Wilyer Abreu, Roman Anthony, Wilson Contreras, and Trevor Story, I think 2 of those guys will hit 30. I think if I had to make a prediction, I think it's probably going to be Roman Anthony and Wilyer Abreu. Wilson Contreras at Fenway Park is more than capable. Trevor Story had a really strong season last year. If he can follow that up with another strong season, I think his ceiling could be right around 30 home runs. Now, a related prediction is about the Red Sox starting rotation. And I think the Red Sox rotation could be fantastic this year. But this prediction is a little bit more pessimistic maybe about the rotation. And that is that only one guy, Garrett Crochet, of course, is going to have a sub 3.5 ERA. Now, that's not to say that Ranger Suarez, Brian Bayo, and Sonny Gray can't be right around the 3.5 to 4.1, 4.2, 4.3 range, but I have a tough time seeing Ranger Suarez go sub 3.5 this year. Fenway Park, of course, not a pitcher-friendly park, but I think Ranger Suarez in that number 2 spot, maybe he's a little bit closer to a number 3. I still think Ranger Suarez is going to have a really awesome season. This is not to knock him or say that he's not going to be phenomenal and anchor the rest of the pitching staff behind Garrett Crochet, because I think he will. I'm just not sure he's going to post an ERA under 3.5. A bonus prediction I have that I'll throw in here. This one's a little wild. I have no idea how realistic this one is. I just think there's a chance that Connolly Early could be one of the best 5th starters in Major League Baseball. Right now, it's a competition. Peyton Tolley, Johan Oviedo, Connolly Early. Who's going to get it? Early is going to be in the rotation. He's going to make a start in Cincinnati. I just loved what I saw from Connolly Early at the end of last season. I even thought he was fine in the Bronx. He was unreal for the first 3 innings of that game. And in the 4th inning, it was really his defense that unraveled behind him. I think there's a chance that Connolly Early could crash the Rookie of the Year race in the American League. I don't think it's likely. This is why this is just a bonus, kind of a crazy one. But I think there's a chance. I really believe in Connolly Early as the 5th starter of this Red Sox team. Last but not least, of course, the Red Sox season win total. Right now, the line's set at around 87.5, and I'm taking the over on this one, guys. I'm sorry. I think the Red Sox are better than they were last year. Maybe that sounds crazy because they don't have Alex Bregman, but I just think the additions to the starting rotation, maybe the lefty options in the bullpen, will hurt the team at some point in the season. I understand they're going to struggle against left-handed pitching, but I think Roman Anthony is going to be unbelievable this year. I think he probably finishes top 10 or 12 in MVP voting. As I said, I think Wilyer Abreu and Marcelo Mayer take steps forward. This is a young group that is, a lot of players are another year into their prime. I have the Red Sox going over 87.5 wins this season. Let me know what you guys think. I'm Luke Fitzpatrick. Thanks for watching.